Every minute, someone in the US is rushed to the emergency room because of a blood pressure crisis. And for most of them, it's not because they forgot their medication. It's because of what's quietly sitting on their plate. If you're over 60, you already know how tricky high blood pressure can be. Maybe you've been cutting back on salt, staying active, or even taking daily meds. But what if I told you there's one simple daily food swap that could help stabilize your blood pressure naturally, and it's backed by science? Today, we're going to uncover the power of whole grains. These humble foods, like oats, brown rice, barley, and whole wheat bread, might not look like much. But decades of research from institutions like the American Heart Association and Harvard have shown that whole grains can help reduce blood pressure, protect your arteries, and support a healthier heart. And the best part? You don't need a fancy diet or expensive supplements. Just a small change on your plate could protect your heart for years to come. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how whole grains work inside your body, which ones to choose, and how to easily add them to your meals without turning your diet upside down. Let's get started. Before we dive deeper, let's start with a simple but important question. What exactly are whole grains? Whole grains are grains that still contain all three parts of the seed: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. These three layers are where most of the nutrition lives. Let me explain. The bran is the outer shell. It's rich in fiber, B vitamins, and antioxidants. The germ is the heart of the seed. It contains healthy fats, vitamin E, and plant compounds that protect your cells. And the endosperm provides energy, mostly in the form of carbohydrates. When you eat whole grains, you're getting the full package, everything nature intended. But here's the problem. Most of the grains people eat today are refined grains. That means the bran and germ have been removed, leaving only the starchy endosperm. White rice, white bread, and regular pasta. These are refined grains. They're softer and last longer on shelves, but they've lost most of their nutrients and fiber. That's why whole grains are different and powerful. They keep your blood sugar steadier, help your digestion, and play a key role in supporting healthy blood pressure. And the best part? They're not hard to find. In just a minute, I'll show you exactly which ones to choose and how to use them. But for now, just remember this. Whole grains are grains in their natural, complete form. Nothing added, nothing taken away. And that makes all the difference when it comes to protecting your heart. So why do whole grains have such a powerful effect on blood pressure? Well, it comes down to three key things: fiber, minerals, and natural plant compounds, all of which work together to support your heart and arteries. Let's start with fiber. Whole grains are one of the richest natural sources of dietary fiber, especially soluble fiber. This type of fiber helps your body in several important ways. It slows down how quickly sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream, helping to avoid sudden spikes in blood pressure. It also helps your body eliminate excess cholesterol, which reduces the strain on your blood vessels. And it promotes a healthier gut, which is more important to heart health than most people realize. Next, we have the minerals, particularly potassium and magnesium. Whole grains naturally contain both of these, and they play a direct role in blood pressure control. Potassium helps flush out excess sodium, the salt that raises your pressure. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels and keeps your heartbeat steady. Finally, whole grains are loaded with antioxidants and plant nutrients. These compounds reduce inflammation and oxidative stress inside the arteries. And that's important because long-term inflammation can stiffen blood vessels and raise blood pressure over time. In short, whole grains support your blood pressure by reducing sodium's effect, easing tension in your arteries, and keeping your circulatory system balanced and resilient. And all of this comes from real, everyday foods. Not pills, not powders. Just what nature intended. Now that we understand why whole grains are good for your heart and blood pressure, let's talk about which ones to actually eat and how to make them part of your daily meals. Here are 5 of the best whole grains for older adults, based on both nutrition and ease of digestion. 1. Oats, gentle, heart-friendly, and perfect for breakfast. Oats, especially steel-cut or old-fashioned rolled oats, are among the most studied grains when it comes to heart health. They're rich in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps lower cholesterol and supports healthy blood pressure. Oats are also gentle on the stomach, easy to prepare, and can be flavored naturally with fruit, cinnamon, or a sprinkle of nuts. Having a bowl of oatmeal in the morning is a great way to start the day and support your cardiovascular system. 2. Brown rice. A fiber-rich alternative to white rice. Brown rice still contains the bran and germ, making it a more complete and nourishing grain compared to white rice. It provides more magnesium, B vitamins, and fiber, all of which play a role in regulating blood pressure. It may take a bit longer to cook, but the benefits are well worth it. You can also try mixing brown and white rice at first to help your palate adjust gradually. 3. Barley. A hidden gem for heart and gut health. Barley isn't as popular as oats or rice, but it's incredibly heart-friendly. It's high in soluble fiber, particularly beta-glucan, and also helps manage blood sugar, another factor in blood pressure control. Try adding cooked barley to soups, stews, or salads. It has a nutty taste and chewy texture that many people enjoy. 4. Quinoa. High in protein and easy to digest. Quinoa is technically a seed, but it's eaten like a grain, and it's naturally gluten-free. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a great choice for seniors looking to maintain muscle strength while supporting heart health. Quinoa cooks quickly and pairs well with vegetables, beans, or lean protein like salmon or chicken. 5. Whole wheat bread. A smart swap for everyday meals. Switching from white bread to whole wheat bread is one of the easiest and most effective ways to add whole grains to your diet. Look for labels that say 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat to make sure you're getting the full benefit. Whole wheat bread is more filling, has a lower glycemic index, and provides steady energy without spiking your blood sugar or blood pressure. Tip for seniors. If chewing is a concern, choose softer whole grains like oats, or try soaking grains like quinoa overnight to make them easier to digest. Coming up next, I'll share some simple ways to add these grains into your daily routine without making big changes to your diet. Now that we know how beneficial whole grains are, the next question is, how can we actually include them in our daily meals, easily and without hassle? The good news is, you don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Small, gradual changes can go a long way. For breakfast, you might start by switching from white toast or sugary cereal to oatmeal, whole grain toast, or bran flakes. These simple swaps offer more fiber and nutrients and help keep your blood pressure steady through the morning. For lunch, consider replacing white bread with whole wheat bread in your sandwich. Or try a grain bowl with brown rice or quinoa, paired with roasted vegetables and lean protein like chicken or beans. Not only is it heart-healthy, it's also satisfying and delicious. Dinner can be just as easy. Instead of white rice, try barley, farro, or bulgur as a side dish. You can even mix whole grains into soups or stews to make them more filling and nutritious. Don't forget snacks. Whole grain crackers, air-popped popcorn, or a small bowl of homemade granola can be great options when hunger strikes between meals. The key is to make whole grains a regular part of your routine. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. Whole grains are incredibly nutritious, but like any food, there are a few important things to keep in mind, especially for older adults. First, portion size matters. Even though whole grains are healthier than refined grains, they still contain calories and carbohydrates. For those managing blood sugar or weight, it's important not to overdo it. A good rule of thumb is to fill about 1/4 of your plate with whole grains at each meal. Second, fiber. Whole grains are rich in dietary fiber, which is great for digestion and heart health. But if you're not used to eating much fiber, adding too much too quickly can cause bloating or gas. Start gradually, let your digestive system adjust, and be sure to drink enough water throughout the day to help fiber do its job. Third, be mindful of packaged products labeled whole grain. Some breads, cereals, or snacks may advertise whole grain, but still contain added sugars, sodium, or unhealthy fats. Always check the nutrition label and ingredients list. Look for 100% whole grain or whole wheat as the first ingredient. Lastly, for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, not all whole grains are safe. While brown rice, quinoa, and oats, certified gluten-free, are good options, grains like wheat, barley, and rye contain gluten and should be avoided. When used wisely, whole grains are a powerful ally for your heart and your overall health. So, dear friends, as we wrap up today's video, let's take a moment to reflect on the power of something as simple as whole grains. In a world filled with medications and complicated diets, the humble whole grain stands out as a natural, everyday way to support our blood pressure, one bowl at a time. Whether it's a warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning, a slice of whole grain bread at lunch, or a sprinkle of brown rice with dinner, each choice adds up. Science tells us that these small dietary changes can have lasting benefits, not just for your heart and blood vessels, but for your digestion, energy levels, and even brain health. If you're someone looking for natural, sustainable ways to manage blood pressure without drastic changes or heavy dependence on pills, whole grains may just be your simplest ally. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this video helped you feel more confident and informed about your food choices. And if it did, don't forget to share it with someone you care about, because good health is even better when it's shared. Stay well, eat smart, and I'll see you in the next video.